I walked out on my balcony today, right, and I was smoking a cigar, and then a damn PlayStation 5 just fell. And it automatically, I know. I say, you know what? That's got to be a black chick upstairs. That's with a dude, and then she's paying majority of the rent. Cause there's no way she'll throw that man PlayStation out if she didn't pay all the bills. That shit like to smash upside my head. Imagine a new PlayStation 5. You know, it's white, and it just right down the balcony. She crazy. They terrorists.
You gotta leave. You gotta get out that apartment complex.
Back to Della though. Y'all choose them though. You're choosing the terrorists then.
I do want to say this to King Rio, that men who, because I know you brought up the health situation, but men who, it is a known fact that men who are married live longer than those who are not, because their wives are there taking care of them.
Yeah, because they learn how to adapt so that she will. They always like to throw out that there, what is the slogan? Happy wife, happy life. So the happiness of the household is determined upon her attitude.
But he's living right. He's living longer.
Well,
he's alive.
Yes, because
for a longer period of time. Okay.
Because he's submitted. He realized that this is the only way he will survive. You know what I mean? Like, we don't understand how we have to acclimate in order for this thing to work. You know what I mean? And like, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. Like, you literally, the entire house, the kids, the dog, everyone will have an issue with you if the wife has an issue with you.
You know really, what I mean? Based on the studies, it says the reason that men typically live longer in a marriage is because the wife typically takes care of the health within a marriage. So she's the one that's pushing the men to go to the doctor and get checkups. Men, y'all don't do that. Well, most men, they really don't do, especially black men. Y'all don't like doctors. Y'all don't like courts. Y'all don't like, look, there's a lot y'all don't like. So once y'all get married, a lot of times women are the ones that are encouraging and pushing you to go to the doctor and get checkups and stuff like that. So that's typically why you end up living longer, because women take care of the health aspect of the relationship.
Yeah, but if you got migraines and she gave them to you, what the fuck? Just don't give me the migraine. See, you know what? I only like, boy, tell me mistaken. Look, if she hit you in the back with a look, I walked out on my balcony today, right, and I was smoking a cigar, and then a damn PlayStation 5 just fell, and it automatically, I know. I say, you know what? That's got to be a black chick upstairs that's with a dude, and then she's paying majority of the rent, because there's no way she'll throw that man PlayStation out if she didn't pay all the bills. That shit like to smash upside my head. Imagine a new PlayStation 5. You know, it's white, and it just right down the balcony. She crazy. They terrorists.
You gotta leave. You gotta get out that apartment complex.
Back to Della though. Y'all choose them though. You're choosing the terrorists then.
You a terrorist? You got Florida flip flops. Come on. You already just did.
I have terrorist tendencies.
See, that's a terrorist. You.
Does anybody else want to add on to this question so we can move on to the next one?
And the terrorists always try to goddamn change the subject.
No, I do have a question. I think it was it, correct me who said this. I think it was King Rio. I'm not sure, but or it could have been Trill. But one of the things was what incentive, because you said, oh, I think it was you, Trill. There's no incentive for a man to get married when you're getting 98% of your needs met prior to marriage, right? So the first question is, one, what incentives can a woman provide to kick you over to that step to getting married if you're already getting 98% of your needs met? The other caveat to that is what I was saying before, and everybody, got on me. Should there be things that you reserve in the girlfriend, boyfriend stage so you can kick over into the marriage stage later on? Because I made the comment, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? And it sounds like that's what you were saying. If I'm getting 98% of my needs met prior to marriage, there is no incentive for me to get married. So should a woman not give you the 98% so you'll have something to look forward to in the marriage part?
I would say, yeah. Like, and the thing is, I preach this all the time about just moving in moderation. You know, a lot of women, especially when they like you, they gonna dive in head first, go above and beyond to prove that, you know, prove their commitment level, and to kind of like encourage you to have the same type of commitment level. But the problem with that is that when you dive in head first, that's not sustainable long term, right? So when we get into that marriage and shit get to dropping off, and now that man has resentment because he felt like you sold me on this, you was gonna be able to maintain this level of productivity. We just gonna use business references, productivity, and then after the marriage, shit get to dropping off. So yeah, no, I would definitely say move in moderation. Don't advertise shit to me that you can't maintain, and also make yourself like a useful asset in whatever it is. Especially like if y'all starting out or whatever, you may be able to help this man with his business or something. You may be able to help him, you know, get him in therapy or just whatever the case may be. But you should serve some kind of purpose outside of just relationship companion. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think a lot of women really focus on that aspect. Like, how can I be a benefit in this man's life? I think a lot of women go into relationships in general with a "what can you do for me" type of mindset. And I mean, I think that comes from programming, right? We say it all the time, like men are raised and taught how to treat a woman. Women are raised and taught what to expect from a man. So that type of mindset, when you go into a relationship, it causes you to be selfish subconsciously. It's not a malicious thing, but it's just growing up. You know, don't let no man do you like this. Man need to do this. Man need to do this for you. If he ain't bringing this to the table, you shouldn't even. So when you get out there, that's the mindset. It's like, what can he do for me? But and again, it's not you should have that mindset somewhat, but you should also spend a amount of energy finding out how you can be a irremovable asset in that man's life and moving in moderation. So I hope that answers your question.
Very good. But can I just say that you also have some women who are raised as nurturers. And so they're raised to go out and not necessarily provide for the man, but do all of the stuff, be the feminine energy as opposed to the masculine. So do the cooking, the cleaning, the nurturing, the taking care of kids if you have kids. It comes down to that conversation. And, you know, I'm going to say this, they have to have good intimacy. If they had intimacy, they wouldn't be worried about all this stuff because they'd be able to have courageous conversations because they have that connection with each other to have those courageous conversations. So it comes down to having those courageous conversations, having some type of intimacy, and being able to talk about and get over the different humps that you're saying, such as what Mistaken was saying, and such as what y'all were saying as to why certain men fear having a not necessarily having a relationship, but getting married.
Hey, see, I call cap because when you was in kindergarten, right? What did your parents push you to do? Go to school and get good grades, right? You didn't have to work. You didn't have to do that. You had to just go to school and get good grades. All right, you went to middle school. You had to go to school, get good grades. You know what I'm saying? Prepare to be the best in high school. You got to high school. You had to prepare, get good grades, better yourself, and go to college so you can have a career. So where out of this whole time frame that you was prepared to be a nurturer?
If you had younger siblings, we all know the older siblings took care of the younger siblings.
I come from a West Indian culture. We were taught to cook, clean, and do all of that stuff. If you want a man, you need to learn how to take care of home. So